Hey everybody, welcome to the Cardboard Cave. It is super late here, or early depending on your definition. I'm just trying to stay awake a couple more hours to make it through my call shift. Looking super rough, so enjoy that. And I thought it's a good time to review a couple of new treats. As you saw from the opening, I have Coke Zero Oreo flavor. This only comes in the zero sugar version as far as I know. Comment below if you know differently. Zero sugar Coke Zero Oreo, which came out at the same time as... Sorry, I already messed up the package. Coke Zero, Oreo. What am I trying to say? Coca-Cola Oreo. These are not 0 calories. These are 140 calories for 2 cookies. Is that even more than a normal Oreo? That is a lot for 2 of these suckers. 6 grams of fat, 12 grams of sugar, 140 calories for 2 cookies. Anyways, these are Oreo flavored. It's late. Coke flavored Oreos. Oreo flavored Coke. I'll figure it out. We're going to try this one first. We're going to save this one for last, because I feel like it's even a weirder idea. So, what did I first think about these when I heard about it? I thought that doesn't really make any sense. Like, I didn't think either one sounded like a match made in heaven. The reason I want to save this for last is this sounds borderline nasty. So why did I get it? Well, to be honest with you, my brother got both these and gave them to me. I'll reveal his thoughts. He gave the extra to me. I'll reveal his thoughts afterwards. So I didn't buy them, but curiosity killed the cat. I'm very interested, but it just doesn't sound good. But I'm looking to be surprised. This doesn't sound terrible. It just doesn't sound like a match made in heaven. Well, let's find out. The packaging is real pretty on both these, actually. What does it say? Oh, I guess, does it normally say something about milk on the back? Besties forever. But now it says limited time. Because milk is Oreo's favorite. Wait a minute. Oreos are milk's favorite cookie. Oreos are not Coke's favorite cookie. I don't think Coke has a favorite cookie. And then here's the zero sugar, also very attractive. I don't know if it comes in bigger cans, but these are only 7.5 ounces. And I think my brother had to get at least a 6-pack. This is zero sugar. So 0 calories, 0 carbs, 45 milligrams of sodium. That's really all. And of course, all the artificial sweeteners and stuff, caffeine, the things you would expect in Coke Zero, I think, more or less. But there's no secret like I thought. Are they going to give away what they flavored it with? It just says natural flavors. Which is interesting. Not artificial flavors, natural flavors. What about the Oreos? Does it say what they're flavored with? These are all things you expect in Oreos. Cocoa, no. All right, corn syrup. All right, fructose corn syrup, baking soda. Coca-Cola syrup. Yes, Coca-Cola syrup in the Oreos. I kind of expected that. Let's try an Oreo first. Here we go. Now, these are the ones that sounded not great, but I was like, I'll give those a try. Like, they don't sound terrible. They're very pretty. So, I think that is just completely normal Oreo. But this side is pretty. I mean, for an Oreo, it's the Coca-Cola red. It says Coca-Cola. That's a pretty cookie. I don't care who you are. Doesn't mean it tastes good, but it's pretty. One more look before we demolish it. I always do this with Oreos. I twist off, but I feel like I can't do that this time. Here we go. The Pop Rocks are back. If you, I was choking me up a little bit. If you didn't watch our Space Dunked Oreo review, I like those quite a bit. I think they were also limited time, but they had Pop Rocks. Oh, it does say with popping candy. I guess it's supposed to be like a fizzy drink. All right, now I'm going to try the cookie by itself. I'm going to try the red one by itself. Now the cream. And now I'll finish it. Riveting stuff, folks. Riveting. The popping. Ooh, I forgot how intense that can be, man. Okay. Oh, the popping. It's intense. The popping's just as intense as the Space Dunk Oreos. Alright. I can sum it up this way. If you bought Coca-Cola Oreos and tried them and were disappointed or feel cheated, then you weren't paying attention. Because they totally nailed it. It's exactly what it says it is. It tastes like Coke because it's got Coke syrup in it. And it tastes like an Oreo, but less like an Oreo than a normal Oreo because the Coke flavor is pretty strong. I'm 99% sure that the Coke flavor, I know it was in the cream. I'm 99% sure it was also in the cookies. I think it was stronger in the cream, but it's in both, I'm sure. So yeah, it's exactly what it says it is. They nailed it. Flawless execution. However, it didn't change my mind. It's not really a great idea. It's not a great combination. There's a reason you don't hear about people dunking their Oreos in Coke or any soft drink. I like sweet drinks, you know. I'm a Southern boy. But milk, or if you don't have milk, then just water. With most sweets, with most desserts, you know. Like, or some people drink coffee. I'm not really a coffee drinker, but sweet drinks with sweet cookies doesn't really make a lot of sense. And so therefore, Coke flavored Oreo to me doesn't make a lot of sense. But if this sounds good to you, I can't imagine you being disappointed. They nailed it. It tastes like somebody took an Oreo and dunked it in a Coke and waited till it got really good and saturated, and then threw some Pop Rocks in their mouth at the same time. That's what it tastes like. I mean, it is Coke. The flavor is Coke plus Oreo. However, I like regular Oreos way more. To me, they just made a regular Oreo a bit worse. But again, they nailed it. I couldn't buy these and be mad about it. That would be stupid because they nailed what they were going for. It just isn't, to me, a good combination to begin with. So that's kind of hard to review because they did 100% what they said they were going to do. I can't even think of any improvements that I would offer. If they made it taste more like Coke, you wouldn't taste Oreo at all. If they made it taste less like Coke, people would say, well, it's not really Coke. They nailed it. It's perfect. It's perfect at a flawed plan. Perfect execution, flawed plan. How about that? I'm going to go straight 5 out of 10 because... Is that fair? Yeah, because I'm mostly going on taste. I mean, this is a taste test. 5 out of 10, but like a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 for execution. Because they're pretty and they taste like they say they're going to. But I'm going 5 out of 10 because to me, they're not as good as a regular Oreo. And they're not as good as the Space Dunk Oreos. They're not as good as a lemon Oreo. They're not as good as a vanilla Oreo. I think those might be all the Oreos I've had. So yeah, not for me, but worth a try if you're curious, I guess. This is the one I wasn't really looking forward to. Let me drink some water because this is a Coke Zero. I don't want to come right off that sugary Oreo and make this taste weird. All right, here we go. Coke Zero sugar. Shit's still cold. I took it out of the fridge. Most zero sugar drinks, most diet drinks to me are pretty undrinkable once they start getting warm. So I tried to make sure it was good and cold. Okay, when I opened the Oreos, they immediately smelled like Coke. This drink doesn't immediately smell like Oreos to me. I'm trying to just get expectations out of my head. I'm just taking a drink of a beverage, a fizzy beverage. I'm trying to get the Oreo taste out of my mouth. I need another swish. I didn't realize how much those would stick to my mouth. Man, I need to go to bed. I'm seeing myself in this camera. I'm looking rough. Here we go. Oh. Oh, God. I like to add a little mystery. You know, take a few sips before, before I give away my thoughts. Oh. I can't say they lied. Oh. I've never once in my life thought that I want any cookie flavor in my soft drink. I'll drop cookies and milk on purpose. But a soft drink? Oh, man. Okay. I'll be professional about this. Give it a little swish. Positives. I think the Oreo flavor hides the diet flavor a little bit. There's always going to be, until drink companies start doing the right thing, soapbox here, start doing the right thing and using less aggressively unhealthy and less nasty tasting artificial sweeteners, which do exist. You know, some of your smaller companies are doing it. I mean, I know it's probably not quite as cheap, but at least give us the option. But these artificial sweeteners to me are always going to have an aftertaste. I just never get used to them completely. But I think the Oreo flavor does hide that a little bit, so there's a positive. I will say I like Coke Zero more than most diet drinks. I think it's better than Diet Coke. It at least tastes more like regular Coke, which is what I want. I do not like it as much as regular Coke. I wish I did. I need to never drink regular soft drinks, but sometimes a regular Coke just hits the spot. But I do like Coke Zero, you know, when it's good and cold, when it's not flat. Ice cold, straight out of the can or bottle is the only way to drink it, which is what this is. It's cold. So in the realm of diet drinks, Coke Zero for me is on the upper end. In the realm of diet drinks only, it's probably a 7 for me, give or take. Because there's a lot of diet drinks that aren't good at all. It's at least a 7. It might be higher than that. Because if I'm going to get a diet drink, it's one that I do go for sometimes. This is way below that for me. But again, they kind of nailed it. It's not... These taste like a straight up Oreo dipped in Coca-Cola. This isn't quite as on point. But considering it only has natural flavors as far as things that would make it taste like Coke or like Oreos, I think they did a pretty good job. But it is not, this is not as much like an Oreo as the Oreos are like Coke. But they still did a good job with it. It tastes like the Oreo cream. I get it now. I get it. They kind of knew that a straight up Oreo flavored Coke probably wouldn't be very good. This is more like a cream soda. But a diet cream cola just does not appeal to me. Because I just realized it. It tastes more like the cream of an Oreo. The cookie is very slight. Yeah, I stand by that. The cookie flavor is very slight. It tastes more like the cream of an Oreo, which I guess is sort of along the lines of cream soda. It's not for me. If a regular Coke Zero is 7, 7.5, I mean, I'll be fair and go 3.5. because it's doing what it says it's doing, but I don't want to drink it again, so I can't go above that. Yeah, so these were not a win for me. I'm going to go 5 out of 10 on the Coke Oreos, and at least 1 full point of that is just because they nailed the Coke flavor. It tastes exactly like the box says it does, but I don't really love it, so still 5 out of 10 at best. This, I think, is as well as this could have been done. Like, I can imagine it being better, but I think it was not a good idea, and it tastes like not a good idea. It is what it is. Thanks for checking out the Cardboard Cave. Leave your comments below, especially if you feel differently. If you've tried these, let me know what you like about them. Or if you hate them, let me know why. But please consider subscribing and liking the video and leave a comment. We'll catch you next time on the Cardboard Cave.